Welcome to Late Night Hype. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Well, what's your name?
My name is Amanda.
Where are you? Where are we talking to you from?
Dallas, Texas.
Oh, I'm from Texas, yo.
What part?
I'm from a small town in East Texas that you probably never heard of.
Try me.
I'm from Gladewater, Texas.
No, I never heard of that.
All right.
No, I'm not actually from Texas. I actually just moved here recently. I haven't even been here for full 90 days yet.
Are you from Virginia?
Yeah, I claim Virginia.
I used to live there.
Northern Virginia.
I used to live there.
So you're familiar with the DMV?
Yeah, very familiar.
What part did you live in?
I lived in Stafford. I lived in Woodbridge. I lived in
Stomping Grounds. I was in Woodbridge for like 10 years.
Yeah, I lived in Quantico.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you're familiar. Wait, where are you now?
I'm in Florida now.
Oh wow, what made you move out there?
Moving around. I was in New Orleans, then Hurricane Katrina and shit. You know how that goes. So, what I wanted to talk to you about was you commented on the Facebook post video or whatever, right?
I did.
And your comment was that you agree with the posts. All right? So
correct.
So to that I say, you feel like if a man's not posting you on social media and shit, he's like wrong and he's cheating on you?
Well, no, not necessarily social media, but I just feel like, in general, in any relationship, the value of the relationship is you not hiding it. You know what I mean? I'm not a huge poster on social media. I think my last post was sometime last year. So I'm not, I don't post everything. I don't post all of my life for the world to see. However, I kind of agree with the post in the fact that, I agree with the post period, because if anything that you're doing in your life, the average person, which I'm not, does use social media to post things that they like, whether it be their food or their friends or their family.
Okay, there's a difference though between saying most people post things they like on social media, opposed to saying if someone is not posting on social media, they're cheating on you. I don't think that's the same.
If we're okay, I'll put it this way: if we've been dating for a while, 6 months to a year, we've gone on dates. Because there's a difference between dating and then being mutually exclusively dating.
Correct.
Because you can go on a date with somebody just to date, just to get to know them and decide, hey, this is not going to work. But if you go on a date with someone and it's mutually exclusive, you and I have decided together mutually that, we're going to do this. We're not going to see anybody else. And we're spending a lot of our time together. It's just you and me. There comes a point where, if you're an avid poster, and it just comes down to lifestyle, if the person I'm dating with posts everything, like we go to a baseball game, he's posting pictures of the game, but he doesn't put me in the picture. We go out to eat, he posts pictures of his food, but he's not putting me in the picture. At some point, it's going to be like, okay, why do you feel it necessary to post everything except for me?
I agree with that.
If we're mutually exclusive, now there's a difference in, we're just dating and, the expectation is that you will put me on your page, because I don't think I've been on Instagram since 2013, 2014. I've dated several people, and I just don't post my personal relationships because I don't feel like it's something important until a man makes the move that he wants me in his life in that way. Then, of course, we can post each other, but until that point comes, no.
What point of your relationship is social media like a requirement, though?
No.
Do you ever feel like it's a requirement?
If you're married.
So if you're married, you feel like you're required to post a significant other?
See, it depends on the nature of your page. There's a lot of people use social media for business purposes. Now, if your page is primarily just promoting, whatever your source of income is, whether that be parties or whatever your part, it just depends. But as far as being married, if most people have social media just for their personal lives, they'll have a separation of the two. You can have a business social media page and then your personal social media page. If you're married and your spouse is nowhere on your personal page, I'm sorry, that's kind of a problem.
I agree with everything you've said. All right, here's my new question then, okay? You don't feel it was like a bitch move for a man to post that?
No, I don't. Not at all.
Why?
Because a lot of times, why? No, I have a question. I want to answer your question first. Let me answer your question first.
Okay.
I don't feel like it's a quote unquote bitch move for a man to post that. I feel like who knows men better other than men?
He don't know
Men
men.
know men. Not all men. You can. There are just okay.
He don't know men at all. He's posting that to get women.
You think?
I know. Because it's not real. Like I said on my video, right? If he's a single man, he has no right to post that, correct? Because he don't know, correct?
Not necessarily. Are you single?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have married friends?
All of my friends.
Okay, right. This is what I'm saying. So, and as a single female, I know women who are married. I have friends who are married and friends who are single, and then I also have male friends who are married and single. I've also been approached by married men who, you know, will approach me and make it seem as though they're single. And then 2 days in, I'm like, hold on, wait, there are red flags. I start asking questions, and they come to find out they're married, but they'll play it as though they're not, which is why with the purpose of getting to know someone, I don't think that social media has that much weight, because it's kind of like curated windows. You give people glimpses into your life from a certain perspective of what you want the world to see.
Right.
So you don't get a whole picture. With that being said, however, if you have a personal page and you're using social media for personal use, that is strictly for you to show the world what you want them to see about your personal life. And if you're married, that person needs to be on your page in some capacity.
All right, check it out. I'm going to tell you why I hate everything that you're saying, okay? And it's mainly because I can tell that you're intelligent and everything that you're saying makes sense. But everything that you're saying makes sense, but it doesn't back up the post. Like, take me for example, right? When you saw my video, it was posted by my homeboy. He be on social media. He got a whole bunch of followers, whatever, right? But my original, shout out my dog Ace. But my original page for Instagram is I only post electronics on it. Like, I don't post no pictures on it. But I changed my Instagram name because he tagged my tech page for that video. So I was like, well, shit, let me make it match my YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense, right? So I don't post no pictures on my Instagram. It's like maybe a few pictures of me. Like the last picture of me is from 2 years ago. But most of it's just electronics because I'm really into electronics. I don't post my daughter. I don't post nothing on the page, right? So if I'm in a relationship and I'm not posting my woman on that Instagram page, and that's really the only Instagram page that I have, I'm not wrong, correct?
No, because that particular page is not your personal life.
Exactly.
Really
so like you said,
it's really more like a hobby page that you curated, that's what you want to show to the world, basically.
Exactly. Because I'm not super into social media. I like YouTube because I just like the content creation portion of it, but I don't like to, I'm not big on social media, all right? So like you said, again, an intelligent thing to say, it depends on the purpose of your page, right?
Right.
But how the post comes off is, no matter what, if this nigga not posting you, he cheat. I feel like that's some bitch nigga shit because one, it's a blanket statement, and two, you snitching with no evidence. Like I said.
But that's not.
Tell me I'm wrong.
But you know what? No, okay, so just personal background. Recently, I started talking to this guy who approached me, gave me his number, and we never even got to the point where he asked me to go out with him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We were having conversations primarily over the phone. And I promise you before, I literally made the comment that I made on that post because we had this same discussion, and that's the reason why we're no longer speaking, is because he brought up social media because, he has a page, and he's previously married with 2 kids or whatever. I'm single, I don't have any children, but on his page, he has, pictures of his family, his kids. I have pictures of my family because that's who I'm around most of the time. I'm very family oriented, but there were no pictures of anyone else, you know what I mean, like outside of my blood relatives or friends, you know what I mean. And I captioned my photos on his page. He doesn't have any captions. There are no tags to say hanging out with my brother, my cousin. He just has random pictures posted with no captions. And so we had a discussion about the fact that a couple of the pictures, there are pictures of him with women. But because there are no captions and no tags, there's no point of reference to who these people actually are.
Right.
And he said, well, you know, I have a picture of me and my ex-wife on the page. He's like, but you, I said, yeah, but you don't curate your page in a way to let the world know, hey, this is who this person is specifically. He was like, so if we were together, he was like, you're trying to tell me you wouldn't post me on your page? And I said, no, because if I'm dating you and we're just dating and it's not a mutually exclusive thing, I'm not going to post you for the world to see, because 2 weeks from now, we cannot be together.
Oh, my gosh.
Not be interested in each other. And then what? I'm supposed to just delete those posts? He's like, no. How his perspective was, well, how I see it is, if I was a part of your life for that time being, then you should feel okay to leave that picture there. But I'm like, no, not as a single woman that's still looking possibly to be in a committed relationship with someone. Why would I leave a picture of my ex on my page? You see what I'm saying? It just gets messy.
I am totally with you. But this is why I say you don't post. Because check it out. You post your pictures of him, like you said, right? And then 2 weeks later, y'all stop talking. And then 4 weeks later, you start dating somebody else and you post him. Then you start looking like a duck. Like she posting a new nigga every 6 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to be that person.
Well, for me, but you know, and then of course you have the whole definition of the word dating, because for whatever reason our generation has synonymously grouped dating and fucking together. And so just because I'm going on a date with you, we're being intimate and your body part has, some of your body parts have entered my body parts, that's not what it means. Like, I'm very clear and concise. I could go on a date with a dude and he never even touch me except for shake my hand or give me a hug, church hug, and that. You see what I'm saying? So it just depends. You know what I mean? We're not, and I think there's a double standard. I'm just off topic, but there is a double standard when it comes to women versus men, because men can post all types of pictures with a bitch every day when nobody blink twice about it. But if a woman were to do the same thing, there's just a sick double standard.
Of course.
She a bop.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course. That's just unfortunate, like reality. But you haven't said anything this whole time that I disagree with. I'm with you all day on that. Okay, since you went off topic, I'm gonna go off topic. All right.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
Oh shit, we're the same age and shit. Oh, okay, cool. So, being a grown ass woman like you are, what's your stance on fucking someone on the first date? Keep in mind, no one knows who you are right now.
So, okay, so. You know, I'm going to have to answer the question, just backstory to that. If you had caught me at 24, I probably would have a different answer for you.
Okay.
Again, is though, where I'm at now, I personally am not, I'm not being physically intimate with anyone at this point at all. So I'm, at the present moment, celibate. And that's personal choice.
So are you still going on dates?
Of course.
Are these people aware that they have no chance of having sex with you?
Yes.
Interesting. Interesting. I wouldn't, if I knew I had no chance of having sex with you, I 100% would not take you on a date.
Exactly. Well, you know, and that's, to me personally, it just weeds out the riffraff, because my experience in general is that men think with their head and not the one on their shoulders.
I agree.
And so, with that being said, as a woman, I personally feel like at this point, that's not something that I even want to weed through, because when you get to a point where you're being physically intimate with somebody, number one, you're opening yourself up to a host of, it's just risky behavior.
Of course.
Because you don't know where that person has been and who they've been with.
Of course.
Never mind the spiritual aspect of, you know, joining yourself. It's an intimate thing.
I agree.
You're going to be out here popping it on a handstand for everything that comes through with the tail swinging in between his legs just because that person may want to do it. Even if you want to do it, it's called self-control. You have to have some portion of self-control and self-respect. And I feel like this generation is moving towards, oh, well, we can do it because we want to do it, because we just want to. There's just that, and that does not work. Because if it worked, there'd be a lot more long-lasting marriages.
Yes.
And I feel like,
what do you think about marriage? Do you want to get married?
Little B, yes, at some point.
Do you want to have kids?
That's debatable.
Why do you want to get married?
Why?
Yeah, I feel like women never know why they want to get married. They just want to get married.
No. It's not. A lot of people want to get married just because they want to have a wedding, and that's nothing to do with the actual marriage.
I completely agree.
I feel like my personal views on marriage are that, you should marry someone that is your friend. Somebody that you can talk to and confide in, and that you can, because this is the thing, bodies get old, and when your pain don't work no more, and I'm driving some hair down south, what I'm just gonna be sitting across the table looking crazy in the face. We're gonna look at each other crazy in the face in the same house for forever and ever. There has to be more than just that. Sex is not gonna hold a marriage together, period. And
so, how confident are you that you're gonna find that?
My confidence is slightly waning at this particular moment, but only because I'm not. This is the thing. Because I am a Christian, I don't believe that women should personally seek out a relationship. I believe that he that findeth the wife findeth the good thing. Not to say that I won't give a man a hint or flirt, you know what I mean, or start conversations. That's not the case. But at the same time, I feel like it's a man's place to put you in his life if he wants you there. You see what I'm saying?
I respect that.
But a lot of guys it's slim because I'm in the street.
All right, so I'm going to tell you something. I disagree with your viewpoints on a lot of the things that you're saying, but they have logic behind them, and they have thought behind them, and they have intelligence behind them. So I respect them, and I get that, and I get why you feel how you feel about the things that you've explained. I just disagree with most of it, but I do respect it, and I get it, and I'm impressed, to say the least. You know what I'm saying?
No, because I just feel like, at this point, I understand. I get the whole disagreeing with the sex thing. Most guys do. Specifically, most people who have already ventured out into that area sexually, and they're not virgins anymore. Of course, once you've done it, most people are like, "Oh, well, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you not want to have sex after you've already had sex?"
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a different question?
Sure.
I want an honest answer. When was the last time you had sex?
About a year and a half ago.
Over
a year and a half ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That is unbelievable to me, yo.
What? No, it's
Wow.
not.
That's unbelievable to me.
Why?
Wow. That's unbelievable to me. Damn.
What you mean?
That's unbelievable to me. I can't believe that.
Oh, it's not really that difficult.
I'm not even saying it's difficult. I don't see a reason for it.
There are a multiplicity of reasons.
Give me one.
STIs.
Okay.
Would you like for me to begin to name them one by one?
But those are avoidable, though.
What do you mean? No, and see, that's the problem.
Go.
No, it really is, because condoms don't protect from everything.
I agree with that, and I get that, and I understand that. But
so why would you put yourself in harm's way just for a quick 2-3 minute, 5, top 10, 20, however, whatever?
So we're gonna avoid sex.
No.
So we're gonna avoid sex to avoid a STI. Like, come on now, that's not realistic, yo.
It is realistic.
That's not realistic. Like you could legitimately go and find someone and be an exclusive sex partner with them. Y'all can go get tested together. You can see they don't have shit. You don't have shit. Boom, y'all are good. That's avoidable.
You could, and of course those conversations need to be had. Of course,
right.
When I was, participating in things, that was a stipulation that I had. Was that we either go together or exchange current information.
Okay.
Current as in like within the last 3 months, but
so if we get that, let's skip to the next reason. What's a reason to not have sex for over a year?
It's the emotional baggage of the part that I didn't talk about was the whole like the spirits connecting thing. When you, as for women, it's different for women than it is for men. Arguing semantics, God, men, download into women. And women accept, we take into our bodies what men, plant, essentially.
Right.
And when you are, as a woman on the receiving end of implantation, it's not just a physical act. You could be taking on that person's, like, their spiritual connection to anybody else they've had sex with, anybody they're currently having sex with that you may not be privy to. Because it's a lot easier for a man to have sex with a woman than it is for vice versa. You know what I mean? Y'all just whip y'all peens out and pop anybody anywhere. I mean, it takes a little bit more work for women to do the same. I mean, not really, but it's just the fact that if there's no commitment,
okay,
and you decide to have sex with this person, but that person just had sex with 2 other people the night before.
All right,
personally, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Have you ever had sex with someone and then after that interaction felt some type of way, or felt depressed, or felt low in some kind of way? Like, this is not, like, I don't know. That's what was happening to me. I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm an empath. I feel people's emotions really strongly. So I was taking in a lot of emotional and spiritual baggage from guys, and it was time to clean house because I wanted to be happy. I didn't want to be affected.
What was your name again?
You want my real name?
Whatever you want me to call you.
You can call me Manda.
All right, Manda. Okay. I think everything that you're saying is ridiculous. I say I get it. I feel you because that's what you believe. But I think it's ridiculous. Like, I've never had sex with someone and I felt depressed because I took on their spirit. I don't believe in that. Like, we're interchanging spirits and we're interchanging energy. Like, I don't think none of that is legit. Like, I think it's ridiculous.
Well, you know what? And now this was like a group chat situation where there were like other points of view, because you can feel like it's ridiculous, but I'm sure I'm not the only person that feels that way specifically.
Right. So that's why I'm not shitting on it. I'm not saying you're wrong. It's like I said with everything else. You have logic and you have sense when you speak, so I get it. There's just things that I disagree with. So I ain't shitting on what you're saying at all. I just think it's ridiculous.
Again, it's easy for men to have sex without emotion.
But I think that's because men aren't emotional like women. Women can't do shit without emotions.
Exactly. That's not true.
I disagree. I feel like they put emotions into everything.
You think the mom that has to work 2 jobs is putting emotion into her job when she go to work every day just because she got to provide for her kids? She ain't got no emotion in that job. She do what she got to do because she got to do it.
I mean, even if she hates it, it's an emotion.
I feel like you're just being argumentative for argument.
No! I'm not. Like, I promise you, I have enjoyed speaking with you, sitting here thinking this. I was thinking like, hey, we should do this again. My hope was that you were an idiot and I could have had a entertaining conversation where I made fun of you for being an idiot. I think that would be good for, like YouTube. But you weren't an idiot. You were intelligent. You said bright things. I told you, like, I'm impressed. I would have much rather you been an idiot, but I've enjoyed speaking to you. So I think, honestly, we should do this again. I truly feel that way. No bullshit.
Pause. Wait, I'm going to leave offense on the table because that's why it's called taking offense, because most people like hear things and they choose to take offense. I'm going to leave the offense on the table. Although I will say, though, I'm slightly offended that you will read my comment and then try to play me like a dummy.
No, I just hoped.
Never,
I didn't.
You were totally
listen, I'm gonna keep it.
But this is my thing. Did you even look at my page at all?
Nope, I don't even know what you look like. I ain't look at your page or nothing.
That's petty.
I'm gonna do it afterwards because
I have a whole way. Stop. There's no way that you didn't see my picture.
I see like your small like profile picture, but I don't really know what you look like.
The profile picture.
Yeah, I see that.
No way. I don't have glasses on in that picture.
Right, I'm saying I ain't like going your shit. But the reason that I didn't is because I didn't want to build any more opinion. Like I told you, I was like, I don't want to talk. I just want us to talk for the first time, and we do it on the live, and we see how it go, and that be that. So that was my reason for it. You know, I'll do all of that after this. But no bullshit, I would like to do it again. I would like to like have some different topics. If you're down, I'm with it. We could do it again, y'all.
That's cool.
Because I legitimately, like I said, I disagree with a lot of things that you say, but you're not an idiot. So it's I get it, you know. And believe it or not, all the stuff.
Hold on, wait. I'm sorry to cut you off. My apologies, but I just really want to know before we move on, what specifically did you disagree with? In regards to anything that I said, like I would like specific bullet points.
I disagree that there's any reason whatsoever to get married.
So you don't believe in marriage?
No, I don't. I just don't see a reason for a man to ever want to get married.
What? Why? Oh God, why? I would love to hear this one.
What do I gain from getting married as a man?
A lot.
Name one thing.
Jesus. Number one. No. Before I answer this question, it's not just one thing. Because I love this name one thing that you throw out into the universe. Name one thing. It's like what? Like first and foremost, it's not good for men to be alone. Like the average man.
I don't have to get married to not be alone.
So what? Okay, I'm sorry. Can you cook?
Yep.
What you be cooking?
I can cook anything I want to cook. I'm nice. I'm cold.
No. Specificity. I need specificity, sir.
You don't. My word is enough. My word is enough. I can cook. I'm from Texas. We get down.
That's questionable, but
we get down. My whole family can cook. I'm the worst cook in my family, and I'm great at cooking. My whole family cook. We get down.
Okay, fine, whatever.
I'm your age. I ain't never lived with a woman.
Okay,
I've been taking care of myself my whole life.
So how do you? So this is my question. Now, here's the question that I have for you, because if you don't want to get married and you don't have any problems with, of course, being alone, what do you do at the crack of dawn with your dick hard and ain't no in-house pussy? What you doing, wanking off every day? I'm confused.
If that's what needs to happen, but by the same token, I can have sex.
You had sex.
I can have sex anytime that I want.
But see, for me, it's not about quantity, it's about quality.
And I'm not saying that I disagree with that. I'm just saying there's nothing you can name that I don't have access to. So if you say a married man get this, I assure you I have access to it. In fact, I have access to more than it.
So you're just okay with being community pain?
I mean, I don't consider myself a community pain for starters, but if I needed to be, yeah.
Oh, stop. Well, because clearly, so I moved around a lot as well, and so as an army brat, my dad was in the army for over 20 years, so I moved around a lot as well, and that pretty much like shaped the person I am today, as far as like being open to, you know, start conversations and meet new people and be open to, you know, diverse cultures and all that extra stuff, blah, blah, yada, yada. But the issue I have with this is because you're saying that you don't see any reason from what, and you're like, you have
again, I ask, give me one thing or one reason. You sound like a woman.
Forever. And you think that when you're, you think that when you're 70, that you're not going to want companionship?
Okay, so if I say, all right, cool, I'm going to get married at 60 then.
No. You don't believe in marriage, so why would you get married at 60?
For my own selfish reasons. I don't want to be alone when I'm 70. So if you're saying that'll be a concern of mine when I'm 70, then cool, I'll get married when I'm 60.
No. If you don't, this is my thing. So what you're saying is, at the present moment, you don't believe in marriage. At some point,
I never
you
believe in marriage, but if I ever got to the point where marriage would benefit me, then I would get married.
You don't see any benefits.
No, and you can't give me one either.
I gave you several.
Name one of them again. I missed them.
In-house pussy. Regular.
In-house pussy.
Correct.
That's a reason
That's
to get married to someone. That's a reason. But
okay,
this is coming from a person who haven't had sex in over a year. Pussy's that important?
But this is my thing. No, it's not. But this is what I'm saying. Like, for me personally, I'm just saying, based off past experiences, I have lived with the opposite sex and with a partner before in a long-term relationship. And so there were perks to being in a relationship, even though technically, quote unquote, we weren't married. However, living together, there are just certain things that are perks. And I'm just saying, like, if marriage just stamps and solidifies that this is the person that I want to live my life with and the only person that I want to poke for the rest of my life. Like, I
don't got to get married to do neither one of them things.
So what you're saying is you would rather shack up with someone versus actually making it legal.
Yeah.
So what about the long-term ramifications? Let's say you pass away and you've lived with this person for 20 years. Like,
I can give her access to anything I want to give her access to before I die.
No.
Yeah.
Legally speaking, no. From a legal standpoint, unless you set up certain parameters to protect your assets and giving her access. This woman, you're saying you're going to give her access, but it doesn't matter. Legally speaking, if you're not married, there's a lot of things she's not going to have access to.
Like what?
Period.
Like what?
Anything that has to do with you medically. Let's say you get in a car accident. If she can't get power of attorney for you unless you've already set one up for her to be able to be there. Which means your next of kin is going to step in and they're the ones that are going to make medical decisions about you.
You said unless I set that up previously, correct?
But my thing is,
correct? Is that what you said? Is that what you said? Is that what you said?
No. Wait. Yeah, that is what I said.
Okay, then I don't have to get married to do that.
Jesus, take the wheel. You're being argumentative because I'm sure.
I'm not being argumentative. I'm just saying you can't give me one reason that a man should get married. Because there's not one.
I gave you multiple reasons.
You just told me.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Are you in a long-term committed relationship at the present moment?
No.
Unmarried?
No.
But you have at your disposal people that will come over and sate your physical needs.
Of course.
Okay. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, right now, you walk outside your house, get hit by a car, end up in a coma, in the hospital. Who's making medical decisions on whether you live or die?
I already have all of that paperwork done. All of it.
I don't believe you.
I swear on my daughter. I have my beneficiaries done. I have my funeral arrangements done. I have my requirements of how I want to be disposed of when I die. I have it all done. Legal documentation.
Okay. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you are in a committed relationship. You're trying to tell me that what is the time frame that you would deem necessary in order to give this person access to be able to handle your affairs or give them the license to have your well-being or take care of you in the event that you can't take care of yourself?
I would give them that authorization when I feel like it.
When you feel like it.
Yeah.
So if you met somebody, let's say, okay, we meet up, blah, blah, blah. We cool, we kicking it for 30 days. And then we move in together. We live in there for another day, 30 days or 60 days. We know each other for 2 months. We kicking it. Everything's great. 90 days goes by, and then you feel like, oh, this is a person, I never want to have her outside of my house. I feel like we should just be committed partners without marriage documentation. 90 days?
I mean, clearly that wouldn't be me. I wouldn't move in with someone within 30 days.
But you just said anytime you want to.
Yeah, I know for sure I wouldn't want to in that time frame. Like, no, there's no woman in the whole world that could make me feel that way in 90 days. I'm 1,000% sure of it.
And we're the same age?
Yeah. I'm actually a year older than you.
Wait, so you're 35?
Yeah.
How at me in a decade, bruh?
I'm gonna be exactly the same. I've been hearing that since I was 19. Oh, talk to me when you're 21. Talk to me when you're 25. Talk to me when you're 30. I'm gonna be exactly the same.
Well, you can't age backwards, so 25 ain't gonna count.
But nonetheless.
But I would love to talk on this topic in the next 20 years and see how you feel about it. Wait, so
what?
I just don't understand it.
But the thing is, this is why I can't be wrong, okay? Because if I don't want to no, listen, I'm going to explain to you right now, okay? If I say I don't want to get married today because there's no benefit in it for me, let's say that I am wrong, okay? And I realize that I'm wrong in 10 years, then I'll just get married. But if I get married now, and then I find out that it's no benefit for me in 10 years, the process will be backwards, a waste of 10 years, and a lot harder to get out of.
You know what it sounds like to me?
Facts?
Not at all. It sounds like you just want to be a hoe out here in these streets, drop a dick off at your leisure.
That's what women do, see? If I don't want to get married, that means I'm a hoe.
No. And not even specifically, no. And it's not even specifically, okay, take marriage out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go to the courthouse. Don't sign paperwork. You live with a woman. But most of the time, when men don't want to be committed in any capacity, and specifically married, it doesn't matter, because men are going to cheat regardless. That was one thing that you said in the video, men and women. Not necessarily, I wouldn't say women. We cheat for different reasons. I agree. And I can attest to that. It's not just a physical thing. So, with men, they feel like, a lot of men feel like they can just go out and have sex and then still have their wife because they're emotionally attached to her, but maybe she doesn't do something that they need sexually.
You are 100% right. Go on.
And so men feel like they want to have the option, to have options, basically. And it just sucks completely. That's probably it just sucks because as a woman, it's so easy to get a man off. You blowing his dick the right way, he's popping the nut. You see what I'm saying? Women are way more difficult to please. And for that's I'll give you a valid reason. I'll take that back and answer your other question as far as why I'm celibate, because I can get myself off better than these other niggas without a lot of the risk.
Respect. I respect that.
And why am I going to waste my time? It's been too many times I waste my time, my energy, my makeup. That shit ain't cheap. You know what I mean? Hair done, body lotion, glow. You know what I mean? Cleaned up, shaved up, waxed up. The money, the time, energy that I spent to get ready for some whack ass dick. And this nigga got off and I didn't. He don't give two fucks because guess what? Because men are unemotional creatures. They don't care. So why? I'm tired of wasting my time. I ain't gonna do it. I get my rock stars by myself.
I'm unemotional, but I do care if the woman that I'm with gets off or not because I'm not a child. So there's that.
Well, okay.
But I get it. It's not the norm. I know.
Overall, then you might want to holler at your compadres out here on these streets.
I agree. I get it.